How's it going, everyone? This is Anon. None of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Alright. Sorry for the late start. I was doing the dishes and I cut the crap out of my finger. And, bleeding pretty good. I was going to say, we have pretty sharp knives and I definitely messed around. What's up, Jerry? How are you? How was your evening? I was just telling nobody that I was basically washing the dishes and I cut the crap out of my hand. So it's on my index finger, of course, too. So it's like where I'm clicking with my mouse. And I was like, make sure I can still actually do the stream because it actually like hurts. And it's all wrapped up now, though. What's up, Raid? What's up, Valjean? What's up, Random? I'm not going to give you my finger. What's up, Kane? How are you? Stressful day at work. Glad to be home. Yeah. I'll drink to that. Probably shouldn't be drinking with the bleeding finger, but I'll have a tiny little bit just to... I've been coughing a decent amount today. Just have like a finger full of whiskey. When more to come, I'll see you giving the finger. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. There we go. Yeah, I'm always coughing, man. I was going to say, depends on... I probably got to get it looked at. I'm supposed to go to the VA and get my... I have a hiatal hernia, which pushes like acid reflux into my like esophagus, and it causes coughing. Also, you know, probably need to lose a couple lbs too. But anyway, I think all those things would help. Excuse me. Yeah, scotch. But yeah, I need to get it seen because obviously it's not fun to cough all day, and you know, some things make it better, but for the most part, it's just it is what it is, and I probably need surgery. So. Put a finger in it. All right. So what do you guys want to cover today? It's obviously been a little bit of time since I've seen you guys. And what is going on with my keyboard? As soon as it's like a hotkey is stuck or something. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. All right. What the? All right, so every time I click on something and type... This is weird. It's trying to, like, open... I must have, like, hit something on my keyboard. Here, I'll show you guys. So if I, like, click on here and I push, like... D, it like automatically brings me to a bookmark. It's not what I want. So anytime I try to type something, it's just giving me that's gonna throw a hamper in my I try typing something here. Oh, it's not working here either. What did I do to this keyboard? Huh. So it's not letting me type anything. And it seems to be stuck on some sort of like hotkey. Is it maybe a lock button? No, that doesn't seem to be it. I don't know what I did. It's my keyboard. Let me try. You've entered a command for an alternate keyboard. The most money I've ever lost in a trade. Maybe in Spurt. support.com. That one was definitely a doozy because I'm pretty sure with that gamma ramp that I was eyeing up, and then basically the merger got surprise announced, and then I just tried putting in keys, and that's weird. I just took out the batteries, put them back in, and it's still doing the same thing. So it's something that must have happened. All right, this is going to hamper the stream, obviously. So, because I can't type anything into. Let me see if I can maybe do it by going into history. Go to history. And seeing if I can pull up maybe like dilution. Oh, wow. So it's not just. I can't scroll up or down. But I can do it this way. Here we go. All right. I'm finding alternate ways of trying to navigate around this. Okay, so I can at least open Fintel, I think. Let me try Ortex as well. And come on, give me Dilution Tracker. That's all I need. There we go. Dilution Tracker. Just need you guys. Come on, just click on it. All right. I think we're in business. We're good. Yeah, this restarting the computer is go to settings and sticky keys. Yeah, I'll be honest, in Spurt, I think it might have been like between 70 and 8 or 80 between the options and the shares. It was a large amount. Like it was pretty significant. You better hurry up, Falcons. Who wants to watch the Jets for the Falcons? Those are not teams I would be like, oh yeah, need it. That's must-see TV. Who's the Falcons quarterback now? Who did they sign? Was it Wentz or something? Or who's? I don't know. Obviously, is Matt Ryan even playing anymore? Jets stands for just end the season. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Obviously, you can tell by my accent, I am not a New Yorker, but Matt Ryan traded to Indianapolis. Okay. So who's the Falcons quarterback then? Mariota? Really? He's the starter? The Falcons are my team. Hey, you guys got all the way to the Super Bowl, and you guys should have just. I mean, like that Super Bowl, I was shocked. I was like, I put money on the Falcons, and you guys just crumbled. I mean, you were going against the GOAT and Tom Brady, but yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, Ridley's good. Is he still playing though? Didn't he get didn't take a season off or something? Biggest choke in Super Bowl history. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, tank another season or two, get a quarterback, you guys will be back in business. You guys had a decent defense for a little bit, so. Yeah. As much as I want to hate him, that guy wins a lot, so can't say anything about that. Yeah, honestly, just run the ball. You were up what was it? Something like 3 or 4 touchdowns just every single time. Just run the ball. Falcons are the ATER of the NFC South. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was gonna say you got Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line. I would take that bet every single time. All right, enough about football. We got to get to the stock stuff. No one's listening to Anon talking about football. I don't think. People are gonna click on this and be like, "What the? I thought they were talking about stocks." Just walk the ball. You get more time off the clock. All right. Throat's feeling a little better. Hopefully I'll cough less. All right. Oh, no. What's going on here? It's like hotkeys. Yeah, something's going on here. All right. Anyway, well, I guess technically I'm able to still do this for the most part. Oh, no. I'm not going to be able to type in things, am I? Oh, no. Now it's just zooming in and out. I can't scroll up or down. Look at this. So look at this. I went to scroll up and down, right? And it's just zooming me in and out. So, like, I can do it like this. But, like, I guess maybe we can do it by scrolling through every single one. But I can't type. As soon as I go here and I start trying to type, it just... Look at these. Yeah. I chopped my fingers off. Can we take it BBBY? Sure. Okay. So, shares outstanding. We already talked about this. About almost 80 million. Now, there's something interesting. This looks like they've changed this. So, according to this, there's all but 2 million shares that are basically from insiders. So that would be something to actually look if that is actually correct or not. We could probably back it up against Fintel's insider information. Yeah, they're still saying 10 million. Even if you took out Ryan Cohen's, how many million were Ryan Cohen's shares? No, we're just zooming. I have to do it this way. Okay. Your control P might be depressed. That's... I do think you're right about the control key, but there's nothing pushing on it. Yeah, I mean, that would still leave 3 million. 3 of 80 would still be larger than the 2 million left. So I don't know where they're getting this number from, but something to keep an eye on. We would see, though, Form 4s being filed if they were doing that. So we'll take a look at that next, see if there's any corporate action. Unplug the key put. Yeah, unfortunately. Hold on. Well, I do have a... Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Good call. I unplugged my wireless keyboard, and that seemed to do it. All right, good stuff. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the keyboard's wireless, so I just unplugged the wireless fob and plugged it back in, and here we go. All right, so let's see. Is there any new filings? just these two, right? We already knew he sold like 500,000, right? Something like that. It wasn't even that many. He still has like 2.5 million or something like that. He sold, right? He disposed of this much, and he still had, I think. Usually they show you these were on the 16th, 17th. Yeah, so he still has 255,000 shares. The CFO, and then RC sold basically pretty much all of them, right? That's what we decided. All right. Yeah, so I mean, I'm still seeing them having, like, let's see. Yeah, so he sold there. I don't see any other insider selling, so I don't know where Ortex is getting this number from, which is actually kind of interesting. That I swear to God, Ortex, I feel like gets paid by like hedge funds to just make it look like when things get out of hand, they're just like, okay, just give us some money and we'll go ahead and make it look, like things are turning around, or whatever reason. We don't have exchange the new data yet. Let's see. So they're estimating that they covered 4 million shares today. And the stock dropped, let's see. Stock dropped total of what? $1 and some change. And even what was the after hours on it? Let's take a look. After hours actually went up 13 cents. So another 16% down. All right. So from what I see is, my guess would be this is not actually correct, unless it was covering basically from the day that was over here. But I'm going to be honest, sorry. Yeah, I don't see it. Let's see. Utilization is still 100%. Even if that drops, it doesn't matter. We've seen it drop on other things and then pop right back up. Cost to borrow did come down slightly, though, but that may be actually to help the big guys who are short. Sometimes they like to scratch each other's backs. If you notice, for a long time, AMC and GameStop both had like cost to borrows that were like 0%, or it was like 0.09%. So yeah. So here's my personal strategy on this. You basically have two things going on. You either believe that BBBY is going bankrupt, and this is all going to be, basically back down to the $4 range, or you think that BBBY at this point has something going on in the works, and that's kind of the camp I fall into, which is, I think that BBBY actually probably has some sort of plan in place. Obviously the rumors are that Ryan Cohen, obviously this is all over the street. This isn't like this is all the buzz around like Reddit and but I was thinking about this, and I was like, it didn't really make sense to me why he would sell his shares, especially because he seemed that wasn't his his normal mode of operation. Cohen typically buys and holds and then tries to turn companies around, and it didn't really make sense to me why all of a sudden he sold out his entire stake. Like, the calls I totally understood, because those have obviously theta decay, but like he legitimately it seemed very strange that he would sell his entire position. So I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, so why did Cohen sell his entire position? BBBY. Either he had a fight with the board and they weren't listening to him, and he was like, if you guys don't want me here, then I'm not going to be here until all the shares. It doesn't really seem like his style, but like I could get it. And he was like, listen, I've already made a bunch of money. Everything's up. The thing's squeezing. I'll take my money and run. But that doesn't seem like the type of stuff he does. But what makes more sense is if there was some sort of conflict of interest, that he wanted something that they had, hypothetically in this case, Bye Bye Baby, right? So Bye Bye Baby is an asset of BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. And I think what makes more sense is that Cohen probably had a conflict of interest because he was sitting on both the board of GameStop, who might be the ones acquiring, or even possibly just an RC Venture or Firefly, I think it's the name of the other thing he's part of. But one of those particular things, maybe I think it would be a conflict of interest if he was sitting on the board while he tried to acquire the company. So I think basically what the deal was, and that's why they issued the press release days after Cohen had said, or Cohen didn't say anything, but they issued a press release on the 17th, I think, after he had sold, saying that they were working with him. So essentially my thought was, if there was some sort of conflict of interest, he would have to sell shares, and then at that point he would be eligible to make a purchase, or one of his entities or groups that he's part of would make that purchase, and then he couldn't be like, oh, well, I'm also on the board of this. So that was just the other more plausible thing. So you fall into two camps. Either you believe that, mainstream media is right and that these guys are, all just, this stock's going to zero and these guys are done, or you believe that there's something going on behind the scenes and that these guys are yo-yoing the stock around because they're going to make tons of money. So how much money is Bye Bye Baby worth? So it depends on what kind of multiplier you give it. So a lot of times what they do is with mergers and acquisitions, what they do is they take your sales number and then they'll decide, like it might be like, I don't know, like a 3 to 5x your sales. So if you looked at like Bye Bye Baby, if they did like $1 billion in sales, and you did a multiplier of 3, it would be worth $3 billion. And if you did a multiplier of 5, it would be $5 billion. So they could get anywhere between, probably, my guess would be it would go for a 3 or 5x on those types of mergers. So personally, for me, I would think the asset's probably worth about 3 to 5 billion, which basically would kind of clear out their long-term debt. So that's just, my thought is, all of a sudden, if you had a balance sheet that had, $1 billion in assets and no more long-term debt, that would definitely help. And that would mean that BBBY would be worth more than $9 a share on the books. So, yeah, company value is usually a multiplier of earnings. So you can do it off earnings or you can do it off sales. It all depends. But yeah, it would definitely help. So that's the thing is then BBBY would be severely undervalued at that point because they would have basically magically cleared out. Yeah. So it's possible. So for me, what I'm looking at is this, and my personal trade plan is this. So there's a gap down here at 8. There's also a gap at 6. Tiny one, but there is one down there. For me, I've held off really buying since this big drop here. I haven't bought the last 2 trading days. I've been waiting. I did sell a cash secure put and got assigned over the weekend. So I got those assigned. And here today, I didn't buy anything. I had a feeling they were going to hit it down at the end of the day, and that's what happened. So what we did next after that is I'm looking at this gap down here to make my purchases again to start. And if it keeps dropping, then I will wait until the $6 range. And then that will be when I go pretty much like the heaviest in. but I will buy. I already have a large position in this, just because I do believe that they're going to rebound. Because you have to remember I told you guys gaps fill. Well, they left a pretty sizable gap up here at 22, and they also had a huge gap here in the 16 range. So if you look at the stock price right now, if you drop down to 8 and then run back up to 16, that's a good chunk of change. So just throwing that out there. That's personally how I'm playing it. And in the meantime, I'll probably sell some calls that are at the $22 mark. If they don't run, then so I'll sell covered calls at the 22 mark. I don't think it's going to run the next week or two, so I'll make some money on that. And I'll also sell cash secure puts down at 6, and maybe even 8 if I feel froggy. But that's how I'll help lower my cost average too. My cost average isn't bad. I think it's like 9 something now after I got assigned. But there. Yeah, we can do apron. Because I know that's one people are talking about, right? So Blue Apron, we've talked about this before. I think if I remember correctly, they've got warrants at 11. Yeah, and once again, this is not financial advice. This is just my thoughts as an idiot trader, retail trader. So no one listen to me. Right, we're doing Apron. Pulling it up for you. All right, Blue Apron. So here we go. This is Dilution Tracker for anyone that's not familiar. We work with them, and they're really good guys. At 15. Sorry, the warrants are at 15. And they do have, let's see, November offering warrants at 20 as well. Okay. This is their raisable shelf, and they had that private placement that was back in May. Okay. Yeah, these guys have their warrants at 15. Stock right now, obviously, hold on, sorry. Stock right now is at $6, so they've got room to run, and they probably will. They'll get pushed around, but right now they were overbought. Obviously, you can see here on the RSI. They moved into overbought here. They've gotten pushed down. They had another nice day here today, up 26%. That's very good. You can see right here, the money flow had stayed up pretty much, and they're just starting to come back up again. These guys have the ability to actually move pretty nicely. It all depends, and my goal would be getting out right before 15 on them. On my personal, that's how I would personally trade it, because if you look here in the past, here's your $15 range, and if you kind of drew it out, the biggest areas that you're going to have to look at on this one would be roughly, I would do this. Let me put some lines here for you. So this one here, this one here. Oh, let me do it again. All right, so I don't know if you can see this, but the line's not perfect, but you can see it bounced off this one right here, came up, touched it again, rejected off of it. So these are ones I would watch. You're going to have another one probably here-ish. So these will be the ones to really watch, to see what happens when it, consolidates or breaks off of those. I'll see if I can draw out something. All right. So I would be looking roughly around, let's see, here-ish and here, somewhere around, let's see. All right. So you basically cut through here, right? you used it as a support, and now you're moving up, right? So if you zoom out a little bit, the next real tests are going to be here around probably roughly the and there'll be a test here in the sevens, or sorry, like the high sixes. Yeah, that's about here right now. So this is going to be the next test right here. Is like the 688 or something like that, roughly around there. You had some support there in the past. It broke through, hit the downsize. This is probably the spring down here. This will be the Wyckoff spring, and then you're going to move back up, and then these will be the tests. If you get past this, then you'll run up to this one, bounce down, maybe come back up, and then really test the upper one. Let's see. Let's pull up APRN. Just want to see what they have. Yeah, and APRN's one I've been looking at for a little bit, just taking, I'm not in on it, but I've been looking at it for a little bit. Let me also see if I can pull up real quick the Morningstar on it for you guys, anyone that's in it. Morningstar, if I can type, it's hard with this big bandage on my finger, just throbbing. Okay. Blue Apron, here we go. All right, so they have them at a fair value of $16.80. Anything under $9 is a 5-star price. That's what they think. So let me screenshot this for you guys real quick. I have that one set up through my regular account, so I don't show that, obviously, because I'm anonymous, but there's the Blue Apron Holdings. As you can see, anything, oops, I don't need that right now. I don't know why I tried saving, oh, it's doing it again. So you gotta do it, something's going on with this keyboard. Hold on, let me try. It's still doing it. Anyway, I'll just drag it off to the side because it keeps popping up. So anyway, 5-star price just means it's a good value. So anything under basically $9, they're saying is a good value for it. Obviously, it's going to depend on how the economy goes, but this is one of those stocks where at this point right now it looks like it's gone through a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, and now it's going to be moving up. They have a book value on it, or hold on, let's see, book/price they have at 408. But let's see what the book value is. Let's see if they have it on here. There's your price versus, it's still doing it. This is not great. I can't type anymore either. And I can't close this now. Let's see. Oh no, it's doing it on this too. All right. I gotta restart my computer. I'm gonna have to end the stream, guys. I'm sorry. This stuff I keep. Let me try unplugging my thing one more time. because I've unplugged my fob thing and it's still doing it. So I don't even think it's the keyboard anymore. It's something to do with this mouse or something going on here. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to just have to pick it up tomorrow. I'll try to do, if you want, I'll try to upload stuff maybe tomorrow during the day, and then I'll just put out like maybe a video or something for some of the tickers. If you want to do this, for anyone that's able to, if you can go ahead and put a link to the Discord and invite people. If you have any questions you want me to answer, what I'll do is during the day, I will try to actually like put out some information on the Discord for any tickers that you guys wanted me to cover. And then what I'll do is I'll write up all the stuff, and then we can cover them tomorrow after I get off work and I start the stream. I'll try to come on earlier as well, and hopefully my finger will be better by then. But I'll have all this stuff worked out. So I apologize, guys. I'm going to try to just, at this point, I'm just probably going to turn off my computer because I don't even know if I can get the thing shut down. So I can't even see what you guys are saying, but if someone can put the link up in the of the Discord and then invite people, there, just write in, I guess, the Anon YouTube section any questions you have, and I'll look up the tickets tomorrow. All right. Well, you guys have a great evening, and I'm sorry about this. I will get it worked out by tomorrow. All right. Have a great night, guys. I don't know if I'm still streaming, but yep, I'm still streaming apparently. Muffin Man? Muffin Man? Yeah, it's still